When I initially looked at the French pastry school 7 years ago, I read about small classroom sizes and kitchen time. I attended a pastry experience on a Saturday morning in I think 2008 or 2007, and the staff and everybody I met was so kind and so genuine, and I loved the tour, I loved the demo, and I walked out and I said, I'm going to go there someday.
Before my grandmother passed, she's a very rural Southern lady. Grew up on a farm, and she thought that cooking and baking was a way to show love to the people in your life. But when she became terminally ill, she asked me one day to make her this or to start making her that, and that was a way for us to spend time together before she moved on. And there was one particular item I couldn't make, and that was a peach cobbler. Not long after she passed, I just started buying cookbooks and trying to figure out how to make this kind of dough and make this dessert. And I found that it made me feel so close to her. And the way that my friends and family would react from me giving them desserts and giving them those treats, they all felt really loved. And so it just opened up something in me, and it felt amazing.
Originally when I came here, I had no intentions of staying in Chicago. And after sort of being adopted into this French pastry school family, I don't ever want to leave. French pastry school is really what made the city livable for me.
I did a couple other things, and I was like, you know what? I want to do a career in pastry. I started looking into it and found out about FPS, and I went on a tour, and I fell in love with the facility and the people.
After the pastry program, I knew that I wanted to pursue more schooling. I knew it wasn't quite my time. I think I could probably be a student for life. It's probably why I like pastry so much, because it's ever evolving. I knew I really wanted to do the cake program. However, the finances for me are a very real thing. I knew I didn't have the finances to stay.
The challenges that presented themselves for a second career choice were financial mainly. I have 3 young children at home, and I knew that if I were to pursue this route, I'd be starting over again. But it's something that I've wanted, again, for a long time, and I figure it's now or never.
You know, that epiphany moment where it's like, I have to go to school here. I have to do this. I just looked into the doorway and saw my future. And it was like, the only barrier, well, major barrier was, how can I afford this? You know, like, you work really hard and you scrap and you try and save some money, but it's still a lot, especially having already attended undergrad.
I actually remember the day that I got the email from Franco telling me what my scholarship was. And I was in my car, I was at a stoplight, but I had to completely pull over to the side of the road, and I had to email Franco and say, I think there's been a typo. I just wanted to double check this. And he said, no, there's no typo. I think it took me 15 minutes before I could drive myself the rest of the way home.
Upon receiving the phone call saying that I was awarded the scholarship, it was like an explosion. Oh, don't recognize that number. And I was like, I felt a little embarrassed afterwards. I felt like a giddy 5th grader.
When I received the news that I got the scholarship, it was on email, and I was actually at the store, and I was waiting for this day for days leading up to it, and October 31st rolled around, and all that was in my mind was Halloween, because it was my children. It was Halloween, a day for my kids, and I completely forgot about the scholarship. So when I opened the email, I think I squealed in the store, and I met my husband 15 minutes later, and I jumped up and down. It was great.
I believe in kindness, and the things that we put forward come back. So for people to make that donation to help me and to help others, it's really kind, and I think it really shows how beautiful they are.
To have somebody else believe in you enough to actually provide for you the same way that your loved ones do, it speaks volumes. The scholarship made me want to be better, to do better, to learn more. It gave me responsibility, and it made me want to show them that they made the right choice. And I remember after receiving that, it was one of the first times that I thought, I really made the right choice to come to this school, to change careers, to move away from all of it for that one moment was really special for me.
Receiving the scholarship, it makes me want to work so much harder and be that much better. Like I said, I've wanted to do this for a really long time, but I feel so much more vested, sort of like I owe the school to do the very, very best that I could do, and be the very best that I can be. But not just for me, now for the school. I'm Kimberly Avila, and I'm a recipient of the For the Love of Chocolate Scholarship.
I'm Erica Sparkman, and I am a recipient of the For the Love of Chocolate Scholarship.
I'm Laura Miller, and I'm a recipient of For the Love of Chocolate Scholarship.